Word. Alright, so after that whole situation, like life after Top Class, you was in the city for a little minute. You started messing with the ICH situation. Changed your name to Izzy for real. I mean, you was rocking with that for a little minute, and then you had went down south.
You know, it's crazy. People be thinking I didn't actually have numerous names. Like, it was only Reignman, but my homie here in the building, my man Mayo, like, he heard me rap something one day, and the nigga was like, "Is he for real?" He's like, "Man, you should make that your rap name," and that shit kind of stuck. So it kind of was an addition. So yeah, that pretty much was it though. So I did go down south. When I went down south, that was in 2013, I believe, man. Yo, that was the best decision I ever made, bro. Best decision I ever made, cause going down south.
Where you go at down south?
Right, I went to Atlanta first, and then I got family all over, so I was between Atlanta, Alabama, just floating around. You know what I mean, trying to figure out where I felt best at. But overall, man, being down there is great, bro. It give you time to free your mind. It give you time to get out of the way of thinking that we normally think in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized when I got down there, I was stubborn as shit. Like, I just looking back, like, it was so many opportunities with the Top Class shit, with the Reignman shit. It was so many opportunities we should have took advantage of. But when you here for too long, and y'all know what I'm talking about, when you in Philly too long, you start feeling like you trapped out this motherfucker. And that's really how it was.
Alright. So you was down there for a couple years. You said moving around. Now, I mean, you still was doing music here and there, or did you stop? Like,
no, I was still doing music, but I really went down south, man, to get a job, do shit that I ain't never done. Like, I was on my rap shit forever. I got signed when I was 23, so I never really had a work history or nothing. So I really went down south to be like, all right, fuck rap, I'm gonna get on my grown man shit. I went down south. I was doing the music off and on, but I ain't really know what I wanted to do. I ain't had no plan, you know what I mean? So the battle rap shit had came back up. It was a chance to battle rap, and it was Ty Law from the URL. They brought Ty Law to Philly. I can't think of the league. I think it was called the WBL or something like that. They brought Ty Law to Philly. They brought me to Philly as well. We battled. People said I won. People said he won, but needless to say, it was a good look. I did that. Came back to Philly for that. Went back home. So along that way, I had another battle come up. Shout out to RBE, Rare Breed Entertainment Battle League. My man ARP and his brother Shotta. They offered me a deal to battle. I can't think of the kid's name right now, but I didn't make it to the battle. You know what I mean? And when I didn't make it to the battle, me and the league owner, we already had an understanding of what was going on, but the world didn't. Nobody knew because we ain't speak on it. So a few rappers, a few bloggers, they felt like it was good to get on camera and talk disrespectful about shit they ain't know nothing about. So I was like, I can get on camera and start explaining myself, or I can make myself look more crazy. I feel like I realized when motherfuckers already pass judgment on you, when they feel a certain way about you already, you explaining yourself ain't gonna help the situation. Like, you gonna look crazy. Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up and just work past the situation. So I used that situation when people kind of wasn't fucking with me, shut down. You know what I mean? That's when I reprogrammed with my real name. That's when I was like, all right, fuck everything I did. It's about what I'm about to do. And I just stayed in the booth, bro. Like, I grinded so hard that last year I put out 7 projects, 7 whole joints. And then I stumbled into this murder in less than 60 seconds shit, and that shit changed my life, man.
Alright. So yeah, you wanna get to that, man. Like I've been following you on the gram for a minute, so I seen like where you started at. Like, you was doing different projects, you was doing a whole lot of stuff, but it wasn't necessarily sticking the way your stuff is now. Like, but you was working, you was doing the same thing, same bar, same everything. So you gotta tell me, what was the point that kind of changed everything and took it over the top? You said the murder lesson, like you started doing the little freestyle joint. So I guess like who was the first person, I guess, to recognize it or repost it that kind of made your drink go up?
The first person, I think, I can't remember who the first person was because there's been so many real shit. But the first person of notoriety that really meant something was Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar had reposted something, and I owe all of this shit. I'm gonna keep it 100. I owe all this shit to the homie Bugsy and the homie Greg G's. They used to hit me up like, yo, you see our challenges? Like, nigga, you need to get in on these joints. You need to start dropping some bars. So them and what's his name? Ace Inferno. He used to DM me and be like, bro, listen, I don't know what you got going on, but you need to get in on this shit and start burning this shit down. So I started taking niggas' advice, and that's how the murder in less than 60 seconds shit came. So the more I would do them like 3-4 times a week, consistent. The shit was like 50 views, 80 views. Like nobody was checking for it, nobody was fucking with it. But then, like I said, somehow Lord Jamar had seen one of the videos. And the way he seen the video was because I tagged him in it. But I'm going to tell you the game behind that. I was on Lord Jamar's page one day and he was doing something called the book challenge. He was saying he was tired of seeing niggas holding money up, you know, on the gram and all that. He was saying, hold the book up and let me see what you're putting in your mind. So I was like, all right, let me do my murder in less than 60 seconds, but find a way to incorporate his shit. So I took my book, The 48 Laws of Power, and I propped it up in the window. And I just spit some bars about the shit. And that's when I tagged him. I was like, yo, check this shit out. I did something for your joint. That nigga reposted it. And you know, that nigga had like, I don't even know, hundreds of thousands of followers, however many, but mostly celebrities. You know what I'm saying? And bro, the moment he shared that shit got crazy. Like I woke up probably like the next morning and my fucking phone said like 92 or like 100 notifications, something stupid. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I click on his joint. Missy Elliott done dropped the fire emojis. I'm talking about Missy Elliott for real. So I go to the page, I'm like, this shit gotta be fake. It's really fucking Missy page. So now I'm bugging like, yo, this shit crazy. So I'm going through the comments, I'm just seeing different celebrities, just everybody fucking with it. And from there, every celebrity started posting it. World Star started posting it. K Slay posted it. Pete Rock reposted it. Like anybody you could think of that's a legend in this shit, man, they supported it and they helped this shit grow into something I can't even explain, bro. Like it don't even make no sense to be doing the shit that I'm doing right now based on the fact that I literally just changed my name to my real name and only been going at this shit seriously for about a year and some change. Like, bro, this shit got crazy off of rapping on Instagram.
Right, so a year in, bro. You going hard for a year with the murder in less than 60 seconds, freestyles in the car.
Yep.
You kept them joints consistent, dropping them back to back. And I've been seeing you be getting a lot of reposts. Like you said, a lot of the legends, they've been commenting on your joint, reposting, sharing. Like it seemed like to that era, to those legends, like you represent the hip hop that they came up off. Like you're a reflection of their era too. So they support that heavy. So you had the project hosted by Lord Jamar.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, a lot of people remember him from Brand New Band, but some of the new people might remember him because of the Vlad interviews. He constantly on there. So that's a good look for you right there. So tell them about the project. You got a lot of legends on there. I see you at I'll Be Sure on there. I'm like, oh, that's heavy.
Like that's just the mixtape. Like you talking about, like that's murder less than 60 seconds. What I did was I would take all the freestyles from IG. I would go to the booth and actually re-record them joints and put them on a, you know, CD format, put them on that piff or whatever. And the same people that was watching it, I didn't realize they wanted to hear it. So when I put it up, this shit was getting more downloads than anything I ever put out. And I was like, okay, I figured out a lane. And once I figured out the lane, more and more celebrities was coming. Meanwhile, I'm working on the music. So like you said, nigga, I'm on IG one day and I see the emoji of a plane taking off. And it got all these, it's like a long ass paragraph, like this artist is on his way to the stars, blah blah blah. And I'm reading this shit. I'm like, man, I know this shit don't say I'll Be Sure. Like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm reading this shit, click on the joint. It's really fucking I'll Be Sure, like real shit. So I inboxed the nigga instantly, like, yo, I appreciate it, you know, thank you, you know, for the words, blah blah blah. That nigga was like, you one of the dopest I ever heard. He like, ever. He was like, and I think your career is gonna be bigger than you even imagine. He was like, and I just want to help you. So I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right, bet, cool, all right. That's cool. I know, you know, I know a celebrity, all right, cool, that's cool shit. Then the nigga hit me one day and was like, yo, I got a record for you. And I was like, the fuck you mean you got a record? Like this nigga remade one of his biggest records ever. It's called Ooh This Love, I think it was called. He remade the shit, sent it to me, I laid the shit, and he called it Hood Love. This nigga did his half. The record is crazy. Like I got a fucking record where I'll Be Sure, bro. Like this shit don't make no sense.
And that's Quincy Pop. Ain't that his name? That's son, Diddy stepson Quincy. Bro. That's his son. This
bro. And then the nigga fucked me up. He's like, yo, so you ready? You ready for me to submit this record to the Grammys? I'm like, man, get the fuck, like, bro, you can't tell somebody from Southwest Philly that this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, I ain't been on BET. I ain't got no record spinning on the radio. Like I'm talking about, I'm doing shit right now that only God could be allowing, because this shit is out of this world. So the nigga gave me a record. Make a long story short, the nigga submitting the records to the Grammys. Like, bro, it don't matter if it's Grammy nominated. It don't matter how the fuck it turn out. Like, looks like that is amazing. So now you start talking about the album. He gave me the record. I'm putting it on my album. Then more celebrities start reaching out. I'm going down my timeline one day. I think I had rapped on a Black Thought beat, and I just tagged them naturally. You know, just saying, yo, such and such, new edition to Murder in Less Than 60 Seconds, Black Thought edition. I go down my timeline like 15 minutes later. Black Thought following. So I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Black Thought, alright, cool. I'm trying to accept all this shit. Mind you, I done just had the Lord Jamar, the Missy Elliott, all of that shit. I'll be sure. So now this shit. I'm reading the joint. Black Thought leaving the comments, yo, this nigga fire, blah, blah, blah. I do the same thing. I inbox him, yo, bro, I appreciate it. I know you don't fuck with everybody, but I appreciate it. The nigga was just like, yo, listen, anything you need, I got you. Like, I fuck with you, and we need to work. And I'm like, yo, this crazy. Bet. So that's Black Thought, I'll Be Sure, and everybody else we just mentioned. Then it's, like I said, K Slade shared it, and once he shared it, that put more OGs onto it. The homie Saigon, he was signed to Just Blaze. They put he started reposting. Then my homie Yuckmouth from Cali, he on the album. He from the group the Loonies. They had that joint 5 on it. He on the album. The homie Sauce Money from the Jay-Z era, he on the album. Who else? Infamous Mob, the group Prodigy come from, they on the album. Tracy Lee on the album, Philly's own. Pretty Ugly on the album. There's so much shit, like I'm forgetting. I got Lord Jamar on the album, by the way. I got production from Pete Rock, by the way. I got production. Good.
Oh, go ahead. Keep on.
We got production from Pete Rock on the album. We got production from Eric Sermon, Rockwaller. Bro, like this shit look like we got $1 million budget right now, and it's all from just working hard, like real shit.
Right. Yeah, that's a good little situation from a lot of legends. Like I said, the lot of legends been showing you heavy love on your page. I definitely peeped that.
To the third. Matter of fact, yo, listen, it done got to the point now. Actually, it's funny that you here now. Last night or the day before yesterday, they just debuted my joint on Shade 45. The homie Tony Touch, he literally got on the IG, put out a video of him spinning the joint live. Me and Doo-Wop, DJ Doo-Wop, the legend, we just dropped the joint together for Biggie. It's gonna actually debut tomorrow. They spent that joint on Shade 45. Again, we don't pay for this shit. We didn't ask for it. We just showing this type of love. Then I got another record spinning on Dr. Dre Station, the Pharmacy. That's on Beach Radio. That's every Saturday. Like, bro, I got shit going on that, again, I don't like to talk about a lot of it because we still learning how to maneuver through it. Like, my nigga, we got deals on the table. Shit crazy, like in breaking news, you the first to hear this. Like, people thought I was signed with Def Squad. Shout out to Eric Sermon.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna get to that.
Yeah, we didn't. He actually offered me a deal, and I was like highly considering it because one, that's Eric Sermon as a producer. 2, the nigga know the business, and 3, that nigga done bought some of the dopest lyricists from Reignman and whoever the fuck else, Keith Murray and you know, and so on. So I started entertaining the offer. While I'm entertaining the offer, bro, like literally my DM is other people that I can't speak on because that shit wasn't public, but other people like, yo, we want to offer you such and such. We want to give you such and such if you'll do this, if you'll do one album. So now, like, I literally got
so now
choices.
You got options now.
Yeah, like now it's weird because it's like I didn't ask for none of this. I just really wanted to just work hard and finally put some real numbers underneath my name. So that was it. But like I said, now shit turned into something different. So I had to literally call Eric Sermon one day and tell him the weirdest shit that I ever thought I would be saying. Like, dog, I respectfully,
Eric Sermon, EPMD.
Like, bruh, understand who we talk about. Like, I had to literally get on the phone and say, respectfully, I decline your offer. Only because I got so much going on, I don't want to make a choice out of desperation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather go get a 9 to 5 and work till it's figured out with these contracts. I don't want to be fucked for life. I seen a million rappers that was supposed to blow, sign the wrong shit, and they fucked up forever. So that's the situation right now. We got a lot of shit on the table, a lot of people offering situations, and right now I'm kind of trying to do what Nipsey Hussle doing, man. I want to get my leverage up to where when I do take a deal, they can't give me what they giving everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for a regular rapper that's trying to that'll take a deal, they kind of got to take what the label offering. We got it to right now. Like I said, production from Pete Rock, production from Eric Sermon, all these legends and all this shit without a check being cut. So I got features under my belt. I got fucking free promo out the ass from World Star or whoever you think of, all for free. And it's like, for me to sign to a label, it's definitely gonna take more than some money to go get a gold chain or some dumb shit. So that's where I'm at, man. I'm just trying to take advantage of everything coming my way, bro. And matter of fact, to add to that, after I turned Erik's sermon offer down, the craziest shit is he hit my phone and was like, yo, I still want you on my album. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, not only was I able to tell him I don't want to take a deal, but because of what I told him, he respected it more and put me in position where I'm on his album. So now I'm literally the first verse, the first voice you gonna hear as soon as you turn on this new album that's about to come out.
Yeah. Alright, so go ahead and plug your social media and all that for they can find your Murder in Less Than 60 Seconds mixtape, all your work that you've been doing, and they can follow your movements, stay updated.
Everything is I am RJ Payne, man. I am RJ Payne. That's YouTube, that's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, the whole shit. I definitely got to shout out my team because this shit ain't possible without them. My boy P.A. Dre, my PR, my homegirl Chrissy Mack, my other one of my other producers, my man Orlando Benson. Anybody I miss, forgive me. Shout out to Lord Jamar, the mentor. Got a lot of people in my corner, but just know I'm working, man, and I'm just trying to do my best not to have no regular deal, not to be one of these niggas you see buzzing and then they shit just get quiet. So just expect to keep saying what you're saying and a lot more of it, man.
So yeah, you still down south now. I mean, we're in the city right now, so you came back. You know, you got a couple things going on up on this end, so you up here. So you still gonna be on some back and forth type time, like.
I gotta be. Actually, once the snow and shit clear up, I gotta go to New York, do the Godcast with Lord Jamar and Rod Digger, knock that out, and then I got a couple other interviews. But this was my purpose of coming to Philly. You know what I mean? I came to Philly just for this, my nigga. Like, I put my niggas down south on what you doing. Like, I fuck with this shit, so. You got my cosign, bro.
Early, man. Appreciate it. Likewise, man.
No doubt.
So yeah, we gonna sign off for now. Know what I mean, we'll come back another go around. I know once you finally decide what label you going to and put out another project and all that, we can come back and update the people on what you got going on. I mean, definitely keep them updated.
No doubt. Oh, by the way, man, March. I don't know when it's gonna drop, man, but March 9th on Biggie's birthday, which is tomorrow right now. That's my new joint dropping, Murder in Less Than 60 Seconds, Volume 2.
Alright, so you got a project, so by the time this out, by the time they see this, it'll be out.
Yeah, it'll be out.
So where is it gonna be at?
DatPiff, you can go right to DatPiff or just go to any of my social media. I am RJ Payne, you'll see links for days. Or go to Lord Jamar, Pete Rock page, you'll see them promoting it as well.
Alright, man, we signing out, man.
Yes, sir.
Philly Fame TV.
Respect, man.
RJ Payne,
You
formerly known as Reignman.
Yes, sir. Philly, what up?